Hello everyone, I am Tacet and welcome to the Gems of War Tower of Doom stream, week 22, day 1. So of course, we got red Tower of Doom this week, which means things like Tesla, like Catch the Bull. I didn't cover the video yet, but we will be very, very soon. I already have all the teams built up for it and everything. Already have that done, and actually had that done till since this morning. I just haven't had the time to go and record it yet. But we'll be very soon, TM. But we already got all the teams built out. So of course, we got the new counter troop, and that's interesting. It's not going to be used much until Red Guild War. However, Bully Null is a new troop that ends up coming out today. It's available for Glory right now, also an event key drop table. It deals damage with a 50% chance to hit the wrong enemy, and this ends up hitting for triple damage against Red. So this is going to be able to do a lot of potential damage as a Red Guild War counter day. And if he ends up getting a kill, gains even more attack. It's a little bit of a weaker null compared to most of the other nulls. However, it is a red counter kind of related thing. It also gains quite a bit of a buff from being used with the ferocity. Ferocity was already a pretty good one as well, due to the really big boost ratio that it has for 2x damage against reds, while also still having 2x damage on skull. And in combination, they're pretty good because they both do count as Tauruses, and this will end up giving you a stacked bonus that you'll be able to use, since you'll be gaining 4 to all skills every single time you take an extra turn for either of them. So that's going to be a lot of potential. Of course, it is extra turn specifically off the board, so like the extra turn off a rope dart won't specifically give you one. However, any of them that happen like from a Thrall Cascade or a Gem Spawn or whatever else you end up using will end up counting towards that additional stat. So yeah, Bully Null plus Ferocity going to be very, very dangerous on Red Guild War Day. So it'll be interesting to see how that ends up panning out into next Red Guild War. As yeah, we're going to be seeing a lot of these combos. What exactly the perfect 4 troop team is, we'll probably mess around more with on Red Guild War week. However, as it currently stands, this is the one I end up showing for, or will be showing for it. And yeah, for Red Tower of Doom, we probably need a cheaper one for earlier on. Obviously, later on, I'll just be switching over to Ketris. However, this is slightly slow early on, though. I guess it wouldn't be too bad, given that we're starting with half mana start. I'll just go for the single Ketris. I'd rather go for a full AoE kind of earlier on, though, since it's just one-shots. Tesla, I also believe, does not have the damage around that range until a little bit later. She's another one that kind of scales a little bit towards the later end and doesn't work at the extremely low end. So I might just need to go get a Phoenicia build then, real quick, to go run for these really, really cheap battles, and then go from there. We do have access to Mirage Queen. Oh, no, we don't. Yes, we do. Yeah, it's red. So we can still use Mirage Queen. So we can use Phoenicia Mirage Queen and then just find some kind of empowered. I'll feed into her or something, since we don't have a Leprechaun or anything like that off of red. That's blinking for the thing. We'll go and claim those later. But of course, all the tokens from last week are now seasons, so you'll be able to go use that for whatever various teams. Season's pretty good metal, being able to give 4 attack, life, and armor for the full metal. And as far as our adventure board, we do have a Imperial today, which is pretty cool. We end up getting the 6 screen there, but more importantly, the single Imperial, which we'll be able to use to go upgrade some more as far as kingdoms are concerned. And I already got Drakzoom preemptively upgraded, because that's going to be the next faction that's coming into the game in a couple weeks or so from now. But anyways, guys, hope all of you have been having a wonderful day. Hello, everyone. Hello, Bill. Hello, Defiant. Hello, Cookie. Hello, Drock Savage. Hello, Corey. Hello, DeCrail. Hello, Chad. And hello, everyone else. Welcome, welcome. I've been doing pretty well today. Let's see. Also, kind of weird what's happening with all the phones and everything. Very strange. Luckily, internet hasn't been down, if nothing else. Anyways, so, first order of business. Let's go do Tower of Doom. So, we're going to be building a completely different team than the ones we already have built. Just because I need one just for the very, very low level range. Let me double check what battle we even need here. What is it, Guild? Guild says it is room number 2. So let's go do room number 2 then. So we'll take our 2. And let's go get a quick kill. So we have access to Phoenicia. Do we go Phoenicia? Trying to think of what else is under red for the very low level range. Double Gargoyle is not bad. Yeah, I think we're going to go Phoenicia. If nothing else, we can get free XP on our hero classes that we need. So we'll go do that with like the Obelisk or something. So we'll get Phoenicia. We'll obviously get Mirage Queen, if I can spell it correctly. So we're still on red restriction. We can use Mountain Crusher if we truly want to. We need something for mana, of course. But the hero class I'm going to be using doesn't have half mana start. So I'd rather get an Empower here. See if we have any Empower on red that feeds into Phoenicia. Let's see. Green to purple. No. Yellow to blue. No. Come on, one of you has to. Yellow to purple. No. And green to blue. No, come on now. Really? Is there not a single red converter that feeds into Phoenicia off of Empower? How unfortunate is that? Yeah, that just denies. That's yellow to blue. That denies. That's green to brown. All they do is convert away her colors into other colors that we don't need. That's green to purple. That's yellow to purple. All colors we need. And that is green to blue. They literally just convert away her colors. Not a single thing feeds into it. I guess we could do Firebomb, but I'm not sure if there's going to be enough mana. If nothing else, it's a pure elemental team for slightly more damage. Gosh, when was the last time we used Firebomb? Firebomb's been out of meta for a while now, but this isn't like Delve, so we do get it back every single time. And something like Delves, you can never use Firebomb, because once you use it once, you don't have it for the rest of the Delve, so it's kind of pointless ever using it. However, in Tower of Doom, you actually can still get away with it, because you only you get it back every single battle. So you don't have to worry about killing it out. It's not that big a deal. And then we just need hero with pretty much whatever, since our hero will be our Red Storm that we need. So we'll just go run with Diabolus, because free XP, and I still need to go get this thing maxed. We're at level 90 right now as far as that. And let's go do that with, I guess it's a Mountain Crusher. We don't really need anything too specific here, since Firebomb into Phoenicia should hopefully be enough to get everything rolling. And just move it accordingly. And let's go get banner set. So we can go minus purple. That's the only color we don't use. Is there a good red banner for minus purple? Ideally, we'd want a +2 red, +1 something. How about a red green or a red yellow? That could work. We don't technically need blue, though, just in case. Let's see what a red yellow looks like. For red yellow, we can minus brown, which we don't want to do, and we can minus green, which we don't want to do. Oh, that's not even +2 red. So yeah, we'll stick with this. +2 red, +1 green, -1 blue. And alternatively, we could go +2 red, +1 brown, which technically would be better for getting Mountain Crusher up. However, I believe there's a single cast Phoenicia for now will be fine. And once it isn't fine, we'd probably just stop using her. And let's just go pure magic. So let me go and make sure I copy this so we can put it right back. Because as soon as I move out of this menu, that team's going to go away. And where's my pure magic? There we go. And we'll just run this for the event for now then, until we switch into the real teams. We need something for the lower level range right now. So right here, we got battle number 2. You can technically use the other ones for this lower range, but this will go slightly quicker this way. Plus free Diabolus XP. Can't pass out the free XP there. Let's see. Hello, Osman. Hello, Lestat. Hello, Analyst. Hello, Alfie. And hello, Marcelo. Welcome, welcome. Currently doing Tower of Doom with Champion of Guard, Tina, Tesla, and the Knight Hero with Prismatic Orb. Should work fine as long as nothing snipes Tesla. Yeah, Tesla's really, really good for this if you have it laying around. You can even do double Tesla. Single Tesla also works with other stuff on it. Tesla's definitely a really good option. But I want to get our free XP, so we're going this way. But theoretically, we could still do it with a Tesla team. We could still give Tesla a Red Storm, and she'd still benefit quite a bit from having the Red Storm. So that's the only room we need here. So let's just take it and go right into the next one. Hello, Marcelo. Guardian Crown, Marilith, Tesla, Tagaraki. I guess that could work because the Doom does have slightly higher durability, if I'm not mistaken. So sometimes Tesla would leave everything but the thing. So it'd be a good cleanup option. It would also be a good option to quick kill Valraven if you want to make sure to get that down before anything else. Because if you're hitting everything simultaneously, you might have a problem with dealing with the Valraven itself to be able to do anything against that. Right now it doesn't matter because we still just one-shot it. But later on that can matter a bit more. Right now we should be doing a little over 100 damage per Phoenicia cast. So we should be able to go a while before this stops working. Exactly how far, I'm not sure. But if I had to guess, probably around 8, I want to say. 8, 9. But for now, let's keep going. So we did that one. On to next. That was the only room that was worth doing here. Hello, Kuwait! Welcome. Hello, Liz! Welcome as well. Gosh, it feels so weird using Firebomb. When was the last time we've used Firebomb? Ever since Sunbird became not meta, as of like last October, I don't think I've ever used Firebomb a single time. Since then, it's been almost a year since I've used Firebomb. It's been a while. Okay, for this one we only have 4. So nothing he seems to be giving us at the earlier battles. Oh, I actually forgot. She actually one-shots a little bit further than that. Her damage actually is technically around 120 right now, because I forgot she has boost ratio for how many reds are on the board, which also help her damage. I believe it also ends up doing more for the reds on the enemy. Oh, no problem, Kuwait. And if you have any questions or anything you want me to go over, let me know. We always stream every single night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for about an hour or so. And right now, of course, we're going through Red Tower of Doom. I'll probably use up every last sigil that we currently have right now. Oh, also, we got that cool red weapon today. I'm personally not going to be upgrading it. However, it is one that's worth considering. I would definitely go for Crimson Bow before you'd go for this one, as far as the Doomed crossbow or whatever it's called. But this is still not bad. It deals heavy splash damage to a single enemy, plus 4 per tempering level, which means if you have this fully tempered, it gains 100 additional damage, 40 to whatever you're targeting, and 30 to the 2 adjacents, which is a pretty hefty amount of damage. And then it gets to stun all red enemies and creates and cleanses all your red allies. And then it also gets to explode 4 gems. And if you happen to be up against a Doom, it also does an additional 3 for 7 total. But normally you're just going to get to 4 in like a PvP kind of situation if you use it outside of the event. It's also not the greatest to be using inside the event compared to other options. But it's mostly going to be a Guild War weapon if you do end up upgrading it. I personally won't be, because I want to wait until we see what the next line of Doom weapons will be, if we're even getting another line of Doom weapons. And once we have that info, I'll probably decide if I will upgrade all those or not. But as it currently stands, I'm still holding off just in case. Because it's pretty expensive getting more of those scrolls if you ever need to get a lot in a pinch. Plus you have to wait for the event anyways. Regardless. Even if you want to get a bunch of them. Yeah, they're definitely really expensive to get a lot of. They mentioned in the past they were going to add another method to obtain them. They never did. So they still are kind of weird to get, because they made them in a way where they kind of intended to add another method to obtain them, but then never added another way to obtain them, which is obviously pretty strange, but not sure what's up with that. That's one of the issues with using the team I'm currently using, though we just got a lot of mana really quick there. But one of the biggest issues is if we have to re-kill something, this team's actually slightly slow at that. Oh, especially now that we just lost our storm. Whoops. Even slower. Oh gosh, Dabalus with that annoying summon. That's like one of the worst final traits of any hero class. Actually, I believe it's literally the worst out of any of the hero classes. All it does is summon a useless common. It's not even a guaranteed chance either. So you can't even use it as like a guarantee meat shield kind of thing. Wait, did we just get 3 powers? Wait, I'm reading this wrong. What is this? Like, I'm confused. Someone pasted this wrong? Is the 5 room a good room or not? Like, I'm confused with whoever copy-pasted this. Let's see. Are all of them copy-pasted that way? Let me find one further back. Yeah, I'm confused because they did it wrong there. So we definitely need to do room 2. We definitely need to do room 3. I'm not sure if room 5 is used for or not. I cannot tell by that. It seems like it's a mistake and it's only room 2 and 3, but I'll take 5, I guess, just in case it is something. It's only 1 sigil, not too big a deal. Also, where are the haste? Oh, there. We didn't get a single one, surprisingly. Maybe I'll take that just to try to make up for the sigil we might waste here. But 2, 3, and then I guess we'll do 5. Hard to tell if that actually is anything. Should you save gems for something next patch? It never hurts to save gems. For every patch, you should be saving gems. Because you never know what kind of gem sync they might add. Let's see. So we took the 2. I guess we'll take the 5. So we take the 3 and 5 down here then. So hello, Kirsten. Hello, Abushka. Welcome. Hope you guys have been doing well. And hello, John. Any troop you can substitute the mythic you are using? For this early kill one, no, but you could probably go with a Tesla or a double Tesla and just run that instead. We will be doing that, or we do have that set up at some of our builds. I just did the Phoenicia just because it's a little bit quicker for down here, plus we get the class XP. But A Tesla would probably be your closest bet, though you would have to change the team around a little bit to do it with a Tesla. But Tesla does very similar. Right now, we're just trying to one-shot quick kill these earlier battles. Also, what scroll did we just get from that? Hold up, was that a useful scroll? Let's see. Oh, it is a power. Okay. They just typed it slightly weirdly. That's what I thought. We got 2 powers in the same floor. Interesting. Okay. So that was correct. It just looked slightly weird. But yeah, both of those were a power scroll. Interesting. Anyways, let's kill this out. Do we still have enough damage? Yeah. I believe we finally not have enough damage 1 or 2 more floors from now. So I'll probably go switch over to Ketris team soon. Because I'm always a big fan of the Ketris. Plus Ketris is the bonus for this week as well. Yeah, I'm going to be switching over to Ketris. I just wanted to go with something else for the earlier battles, while we could still full AoE one-shot. Yeah, it was a power scroll. They were both a power scroll. Let's see. I'm going to skip over hastes once again. I don't know, to take it or not to take it. If we can still one-shot, we might as well take the haste. We're at a point where we can ultra quick kill them, so might as well. So we'll take the haste. Move us 1 step closer to getting a Vow Raven. And we might as well, since it goes so quick. Oh, I just ruined my perfect extra turns that were on the board. Oh, let's take whatever. Well, full mana next turn. And A's dead. Easy as that. There's our haste. Okay, and what was the other room we needed here? What were we on? We were on 6. And with 6, we have the room of 5. So let's go take 5. Oh, last slot might have enough HP to survive this. You got all the kingdoms to level 10. Nice. Today, what should you focus on now? 5-star all kingdom. You do have some of the kingdoms at 5-star. Yeah, that's going to be your next goal. Get 4-star and 5-star all kingdom. Is the main goal you want to do after level 10 all kingdom. And then the next big goal after that is to try to eventually get 10-star all kingdom. But it takes way, way longer to getting 5-star all kingdom. But your focus right now would be 5-star all kingdom. And if you're missing a legend, double check if it has a faction. Because the faction legends are really easy to obtain relative to other kingdoms. So any of them that have one of those is going to be quite a bit easier than the kingdoms that don't have a faction legend. Also, whatever event weeks are coming up in the near future are also a lot easier to get. So even if they don't have a faction, like for example, Wild Plains doesn't have a faction. However, it currently has an event, so you can go and use event keys to try to power level up the star level on the kingdom. And you can do that this week for Wild Plains, since it's a Wild Plains event week. Which reminds me, that's something I didn't look at, which I need to mention for the video too. What do we have in, oh, first things first, why is our guild war not registered? Oh, we are. It's just a weird glitch where it says it's not. Weird. But now we're registered. But anyways, what was I just saying? I need to go to, I was just about to go do something, now I can believe. Oh yes, Soulforge. Aha! So, Soulforge, what do we have? What do we have? Oh, Obsidius is available. Not the greatest, but, looks like it's the best that you're going to be able to get this week. Champion of Guard and Champion of Anu, oddly enough, are both from, Sword's Edge. So if you want to get either of the 2 Sword's Edge, get 10-star Sword's Edge. Those are available this week. Though, Obsidius, as far as viability, is the strongest thing here. And, Dragon Soul for early games here. So, soul farming can definitely still be a thing. But yeah, the best soul farming troop in the game's in Soulforge right now. If you are in early game, or let's say this, if you do not own Dragon Soul, you need to go leave this week with Dragon Soul. It is that useful of a legend. It is one of the only few legends, if not the only legend, that is actually worth spending diamonds on to get if you do not own a single copy of it. So if you currently own 0 copies of Dragon Soul and you have 800 diamonds, you might want to consider getting it. It's really good to have around for soul gains if you've been looking for a soul farming related troop. Farms it very, very quickly, especially on Explore 2, since it can 3-shot Explore 2. And you actually want a 3-shot instead of 2-shot so you can gain max capacity of souls for the battle. And other than that, we just have Primal Axe, which isn't really that good. That could be okay. We have the Ravager, which is even worse. Well, I guess it maybe, but the problem is all Tauruses are pretty much in the same kingdom, so it has like the same kind of issue. And that's all that's available, just the 2 things. I would probably have to say Primal Axe was better, if I'm not mistaken. Let me double check. Was Primal Axe better or the other one? I'm pretty sure it was Primal Axe that was better last I recall. Normally it's the one that covers the wider range. However, the coloration of green and red is more useful for Primal Axe relative to this one doing the red creation based on Tauruses. Unless you're doing like a really specific build that is just using an entire team of Taurus, it could be okay. The biggest issue right now is there's no red Taurus troop that feeds back into this weapon. If it was ever to be added, this thing could be really good. But you will feed a bunch of reds with this weapon, but then you're kind of going to be mana locked for a while because how are you going to feed back to it? You just have to manually take mana. There's currently no Tauruses if you're using 4x Taurus that can really feed back into this weapon properly. The closest thing you have is Soothsayer, and that's not really going to cut it. Plus, you have to waste an entire slot for Soothsayer in that kind of situation. So maybe we'll get something in the future, but as it currently stands, there's not like a really good mana generator under red Taurus that can feed this. But once there is, this weapon could have a lot of potential. But as it stands, I'd probably say Primal Axe is the better of the two if you were to get one of these two weapons that's available this week. Anyways, let me go and keep continuing with Tower of Doom. Keep going till we run out of sigils. What room are we on? 7? Or until we run out of scouting, because I might not have enough to actually scout by the time we reach there. So we got a 4 and a 5. 4 is for the lucky, 5 is for the moving on. And I believe this is the last time we can use Phoenicia until we have to switch over to Ketris. And I'll probably be using Ketris for the rest of the time. Or who knows, maybe I'll try the Tesla build. We do have a Tesla build set up. Oh yeah, we're already starting to not one-shot. This will be the final time we use this build for now, I guess. Can we get a single Doom Skull? You know what, I'm just going to bait him out. He might hit us a billion times, but we get to kill. Doesn't matter if we lose any troops, we don't lose any points for doing so as long as we win the battle and kill the Valraven. So that one's down. Now we have a 5, which we should also not one-shot if we didn't one-shot that one. Oh, plus he has Submerge. How annoying. Yeah, let's take those reds. Let's get full mana without using Firebomb. Oh, no! Why you gotta do that? Well, we'll still just go take a thing. We'll do that. Throw this down. Get a nice big hit. Never mind. It does actually one-shot still. Interesting. Did the other one not die because of spell reduction or something? But that should have been all of them. Let's just double check. 7 had the 4 and the 5. And now we just move on to the final room here. Hello, analyst! Was there a good red weapon that creates blue or armor? Creating blue, I don't think so. However, there is a red-only shield that gives you armor. It's the one that you get from Hero Mastery. I forget what it's called. Shield of Will or something? It's a really old weapon. I don't think it's that viable, though, but it does give you armor. It's, also, you don't have to use a red weapon, by the way. You're allowed to use any color weapon you want, and you don't get penalized. But, if you are using a red weapon for a specific build or something, that you need armor from, it's, this one. Where'd it go? Yeah, Guard's Wall. Removes all green gems. Oh, never mind. It gives armor, not HP. My bad. I thought it was armor. Why does it give HP? I never realized that. I thought it was armor. Never mind. The one I was thinking of, isn't a thing. Let's see. I could type in blue. I believe there's a counter to blue. I don't believe we actually have a blue creation off of red, though. This thing counters blue. It converts all blue to Doom Skulls, the Doomed Crossbow, which is probably one of the best red weapons. I guess there's some that do. It depends what typing you're using. Undead Gauntlet gives blue. Iron Wave gives blue. These are all old event weapons, though. The Korag's Invention gives blue. The Orpheus's Verse. And all these are for Undead, Merfolk, Drakzoom, Human, which would probably be the easiest one to try to build into. Because you have Tesla. So trying to do this with Tesla might actually be good. Though the only problem is you don't have 50% mana start for Tesla. Because the human that gives 10% mana start to Tesla is green-yellow, and that is not red. But you can feed blue if that's what you needed it for, and you have human synergy, and Tesla does count as a human, and using multiple of the same does count as well. So if you're using it for that purpose to feed Tesla, or Orpheus's Verse actually wouldn't be too bad, and then you could just use a hero class that is also human. We have this one, which is for Giant, which is blue and brown. And the last one that we have blue under red is the Wolf Hammer, which is for Magrim Woods. Of all of them, Orpheus's Verse is probably the most useful, assuming you're using it for Tesla. Otherwise, Doom's crossbow just in general is the strongest. However, that doesn't create blue. It denies blue. So kind of inverse of what you need. On floor 5, 2, and 3 were power. Yes. If so, you will adjust the structure. Oh, wait. Was it both? I didn't actually see what the first one was. I know the second one was. It was kind of weird how it was set up. Let me double check. What floor was that? Let me just double check so the guild knows. I know for sure the 3 was. What was the floor I was on? That's floor 4. When do I get to floor 5? Let's see. That was the end of floor 4. Stop lagging. Let's see. Just trying because I'm going all the way back in it. Okay, so this was the second battle then. So this should have been something. Yeah, it was a power. Both were power. So both 2 and 3 were power. Or sorry, both 2 and 5 were power. And 3 was unlock. It was kind of already written like that, but it had like a weird thing in between. But yes, both 2 and 5 for R5 was power. Both 2 and 5 was power. And 3 was the unlock. So yeah, we had 2 powers on one floor. Both 2 and 5 for 5. It's kind of already marked like that, but it's it was marked a bit weirdly. But yes, they were both powers. Let's see. Tower of Doom. Oh yeah, we were changing builds. Let me go switch over to, I don't know, Tesla or Ketris? What mood were we feeling today? Let's go, I'm gonna go Tesla, since it's cheaper than going Ketris. We'll probably go Ketris tomorrow and for the rest of the week. But for now, let's go build a Tesla build, since it's more accessible to more people. Let's see. Oh, let me grab that star as well. I never claimed the star from earlier today. We got Wild Plains, level 16. I believe this is as far as I can go right now, right? Yep, that's as many as we can go. Just the 1 star. Still better than nothing, though. Okay, back to Tower of Doom, now with a team that can actually upscale. Also, gosh, this event gets done so quick. We're already at, like, stage 9. It's one of the quickest events, because if you have a well-coordinated guild, it just goes and shoots straight up because of all the luckies. So here we have a 4 and a 2, so let's go do both those rooms. Let's take the 4 first. That should both the top 2. Let's go paste in our other team. And this is just a standard kind of Tesla build. I am currently using this with Titan. I am tempted to switch just so we get free class XP. However, it would be quicker with Titan. But these are 2 XP per battle. I guess we'll go Oracle or something. Let's feed some free. Actually, we'll go Slayer. It's a better first slot. What do you have, Slayer? 4 tack. Oh, we can start with Blue Storm if I'm not mistaken. Off of this. Freeze at start of battle. 1 soul every free turn for free. Let's go Ice Storm. Oh, we can also go Fire. Hey, both the storms we need for Tesla. We can actually get at start. We'll stick with Blue Storm though because we have a blue converter. All red allies gain 1 magic, which actually does nothing for Tesla. But oh well, we'll keep that since it's normally better. And the lifesteal won't really do much. And a free Death Mark at start. Though we could go in Rage. Or we can go extra red mana, actually. I think extra red might actually be a little bit more useful here. We have Enraged too, but I don't really feel like we'll be taking that much, given that we're not really trying to hit with skulls. And he also has Bleed, which oddly enough synergizes pretty well with Tesla. Though he only gets that, I believe, when we get a kill, right? Yeah, only when we get a kill, so that doesn't really help too much. But anyways, okay. And we'll just roll with this. And it should be fine. We could also go Jar of Eyes there. It does block on blue, but it gives us Blue Storm, which is definitely worth considering. I did it with Mountain Crusher just because it's cheaper to show people. So I guess we'll still keep it as Mountain Crusher. But Jar of Eyes would also work there. Especially if you're starting with a half mana start hero class, which normally you would be. And we have yellow to blue convert, which ideally we'd want to have alignment on. This also gets to deny Valraven, which is nice. And basically we just go for double Tesla. Is 1 Tesla enough to kill? Why do I feel like the answer is no? I'm going to take a safety mana just in case. Is 1 Tesla enough to kill right now? I feel like it's no, but that'd be really nice if it was a yes. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. That's why I was using Phoenicia earlier on. The problem with Tesla is she can't one-shot. She can 2-shot, which is nice, but she can't get the 1-shot. And that's slower for the initial battles compared to running something with a big foil-y like Phoenicia had. But you can still do it, obviously. It would just be slightly slower. It's not that big a deal. It would obviously still function. All the weapons I mentioned are not available. Every single one of those blue creating weapons, unless you already own it, is not obtainable until the event rolls back around for them. But no, every weapon I just mentioned that has blue creation is not possible to own right now if you don't already own it. So there's that. But if you don't currently own it, you can't for a while until it rolls back around in Soulforge. Those were doing 2, right? 4 and 2, yes. That's why I'm not showing Jar of Eyes with this team, because that's also an old event weapon. Specifically from All-Seeing Eye. I still need a little bit more mana on the other one. There we go. Okay, that works. And then we go double Tesla. And then he is dead. Easy as that. I haven't really been able to use the last slot that often. But ideally we're looking for a convert that just feeds us to full mana immediately, which helps speed up the battle some. Like right now, for example. Oh, okay, good, we still have it. So we did that, boom, full mana. And that's why we have the last slot there. It does help speed it up a little. You can also save for alignment after you do enchant if you need more than 2 hits. If you so choose. You can do it either way. That's decently quick. Ah, it ruined the board. Actually, we still got an okay board. I'm going to wait, though. We're going to take a single mana and then just wait on it. Oh, I should have taken that, though. Well, it's not going to matter. We already have the win condition. Actually, I should have just converted then. I forgot, we were 2 casts is still win condition right now. Eventually, Tesla double cast will not kill. But at this level range, it does appear to still be doing it. Oh, we got a 2 and a 4. 2 for the power, 4 for the move on. Hello, Animus. You burned through nearly all your resources. You hope you can get keys for the new mythic. Currently still 200 gem keys and 9k gems. You have resources you can burn through pretty quick when you're trying for mythics. But I do advise saving some amount of resources for this next mythic that's going to be coming up. It has potential to be very, very, very good. The one coming out at the beginning of July. It's also around the time where we're going to be getting next patch, so you might need resources for things next patch as well. So good to keep them around just in case. Okay, we're going to have to wait a turn. I guess we'll just wait it out rather than doing something here. And he's dead. Hopefully he didn't hit enough armor that we actually don't kill here, which would be a gigantic fail. Living with like a few HP there. Just so we have to go hit it again. And where's the move on? The move on was on 4, which is right up here. So always like double checking just in case. Kind of already knew, but always good to double check. Don't accidentally want to waste a sigil. Those sigils aren't that tight in Tower of Doom. Unless you're doing them for like free or something. Or, you know, not buying any packs, which I don't really advise because you do want to at least get the Doom weapon if nothing else. And it's a lot more efficient to get the Doom weapon via buying it for 500 gems than it is to craft it. Especially if you're still tight on resources. Theoretically, I could be crafting it, but I always like getting it. Plus, it's more sigils to help out the guild. But we always have excess sigils by the end of the week, normally for Tower of Doom. Unless I get far enough to be able to do some amount of scouting. But if we don't end up getting that far, we normally can't. Though we might be able to go do some scouting now. It depends how many more sigils we'll have by then. Though we might end up hitting a wall. Because we currently have scouted up to 13. And given that we're scouted up to 13, that would then allow us to... Oh, Cookie fixed it. Thank you for that, Cookie. But since we're scouted up to 13, we'll see if we have enough. Oh, if we have any haste in here, which we actually don't. We have a really small amount of haste, surprisingly, this week. But if we have enough sigils, we'll go scout out a floor. We need to have at least 4, because we'll get a Valraven within that, and then that's enough to scout out the floor. But if we have any less than that, we might not be able to scout. We'll see how many we have by the time we reach there. Anyways, we're on what? The end of 10. So for that, we need a 4. I mean, we need to just move on. Never mind. Duh, we did the 2 and 4. We literally just did that. Let's keep moving then. If you just have one Tesla, what can you use in place of the second one? You can use Tina 9000. You can use almost any true damaging troop. You can use an armor gaining troop to boost up the armor of your team. You can use... what else is there? If you only have one Tesla. But pretty much the main two things you would want to look for is either armor increase or true damage. Anything that can do one of those two would be good synergy for her. You could also go down the mana accumulation route. The only problem with that is if you lose your one Tesla, you lose the battle. Okay, floor 11. What do we have here? We have the 3, and that's the only one we need here. So we'll take that and then move on. If you have 0 Tesla, this is red, so you can go Mank into Skull Spam for red. If you have absolutely no option whatsoever, Mank Skull Spam is pretty solid. You can theoretically do any event with that, but this event in particular, given that we have red Skull Spam, would probably work out pretty well. Assuming you have a couple red Skull Spam troops. Even without it, just Mang Titan is theoretically enough. Just use whatever supports you can behind it. Okay, let's see, we got that. Good. Because I'm not sure you can get much cheaper for quick kill than Tesla. Without having to switch to Mang or something. At least under the color of red anyways. I guess maybe Gargoyle, double Gargoyle, with like an attack gain. If you have Earth's Fury or even just using Mang with it. The only problem with that is they all use the same mana if you're using Earth's Fury or Mang. But Gargoyle isn't that bad, but he would fall off without a proper attack gain. And at that point, you might as well just use a attack Skull Spam kill team. Oh, that's not full mana. Oh, we'll try for Sky mana. Didn't get it though, but that should be match. And it was throw out the other one. And we are at the point where we start needing 3 casts. Oh no, we got a Submerge. No! How could you? There we go. Also, Jar of Eyes is stronger in this team, by the way. I'm just using Mountain Crusher because it's cheaper. Let's just show it with it. 3 and 2. Mountain Crusher's still really good, though. But Jar of Eyes gives you Blue Storm, which is the reason why it's better. You get to start with Blue Storm with the hero class that we're doing right now, oddly enough. We don't get to keep it. Unlike with Jar of Eyes, we pretty much just have Perpetual Blue. And we don't have alignment there, so let's throw that down. Nice little convert there, and that's match. And that's what I was saying with use the enchant, and then you can use the other guy. That's the strategy with that. Get our lucky. Then we can go do the 2, and then we're good to move on. This one will hopefully go down in 2 shots since it's lower stats. Yeah, I might need to go show a team with 0 Tesla then for the video. I didn't build one with it. But you'd probably have to go Mang into something. Maybe I'll go build one so we can show it for the video. For people that don't have Teslas then. Do we have alignment here? No, we do not. What on earth do we even want here then? Let's take a blue, I guess. Stop poking us. So how's that not full mana? Come on now. There we go. Okay, was that everything we need for this floor? I believe so, right? We needed 3, we needed 2, and that's it. We took 3 and 2, boom, good to go. Let's move on. Hopefully we find some more Val Ravens so we have enough to scout out a floor. Okay, do we have any drops? Kind of. We can take this. Actually, we got that too. So we'll take that first. We'll take this. Do we want convert? No, we'll wait. Let's go a little bit more mana. Only problem with taking a skull though is that it... No! Mana drain! Ah. Only problem with taking a skull is it reduces his attack. Oh gosh, mana drain again. Stop it. At least they have enchant so they get most of their mana back, but still. I will throw that down. Kind of got rid of my alignment, so let me just go destroy everything then with Mountain. Okay, and then we have all the Tesla we need as long as he doesn't drain us again. There we go. The annoying Spirit Fox. Probably one of the most annoying rooms is green because of Spirit Fox. Okay, 13 is the last one we have scouted up to. 3 and 2. If we get at least one Valraven drop, we will have enough to go scout out the next floor, so we will go do so for the guild. Let's see, 3 and 2. Maybe I'll even use my Fireball for a little bit short. It's a little bit too early to be using Fireball, but if we need it for scouting, we'll do it. Let's see, with our Tesla. Ideally, we have alignment. Perfect. Take a little bit more mana. Go mountain. And a smash, as long as he doesn't revive. Good. Actually, did he have anything that had revive? Yeah, that one dog thing he did. Okay, what's the other room we need? 13. We got ourselves a 2. So we take this, we take the boss room, and as long as we get a Valraven on one of these 2, we have enough sigils to scout out to the next floor. There it is. Okay, we have enough to do it, so we'll go do it. But yeah, anyone in my guild, Cookie and everyone, is the current data in the guild the furthest we have scouted? Is there anything further on the Discord? If not, I'll go scout it. Let me know. So as soon as we finish out this floor, we'll probably hand out a code as well before we scout out the next floor. Okay, we don't have anything further. I'll scout it then. Sounds like a plan. Okay, what other room do we need, or was that it? We're on, what, 13? So we did the 3, we did the 2, and, okay. We got enough sigils to go do it then. So we'll go to this room, hand out a code, and then go scout out a floor. Hello, Bonnie! Hello, Tasco. Welcome, welcome. We'll get that for now. Get her in double Tesla after. We're gonna need one more for follow-up. Actually, maybe even 2. No, one more should be enough. Also, I might switch to Jar of Eyes soon. You guys see what it's like with Mountain Crusher. But, Jar of Eyes will definitely be better. So we'll go get that up. Let's have it as Mountain because it's cheaper. If we're going to show a super cheap team, I'll probably do a Jar of Eyes there then for the video. And just mention that you can use Mountain. Okay, so let's go hand out code and then we'll scout this floor. Code time! Where were we? I believe it's the one underneath this one. However, let me go check this one because you never know. Always like to double check. Have we used it? Yes, we have. That's what I thought. So this one right here should be the one that is good. Is it so? Yes, it is. It is so. So put that right over there, 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 copy the whole thing, and here it go. Use this on gemsofwar.com for the game code section. Yes, Bug Fables is on PS4. It's on everything. When I started playing it on the... What date did I start playing it? But it released on... was it the 28th? Has it been that long? Of last month? Yeah, I think it was the 28th of last month. But yeah, it's on everything. It's on PC. It's on Steam. It's on Nintendo Switch. It's on PS4. And it's on Xbox One. We'll probably be finishing out tomorrow. Oh, oops. Did I not post a code? Wait, what? Oh, I accidentally, wait, what? That's weird. Hold up. It thought my text was part of the link. That's weird. Why is YouTube doing that? It thinks my, that's weird. I've never seen that before. Okay, I might need to put it beforehand, I guess. It thinks me posting, okay, let me change it like this. Hold up. That's weird. Let's try it this way. Oh yeah, that was weird. Yeah, me putting it after made it part of the link, even though it had a space between it. I'm not sure why. There you guys go. There's a redeem code. Use it on gemsofwar.com for the game code section. Your invite code can be found in your settings menu. Whatever your game says in the bottom left corner is what you put in. Wrong section right here. Whatever your game says over there is what you put in. For invite code, redeem code's right over there in chat, starting with LT. And it gives the same reward as always. 2 treasure maps, 1 gem key, 200 souls, and 2,500 gold. Enjoy, everyone. And there you guys go. Okay, so next thing. Let's go scout out a floor. Also, I'm still using armor. Yeah, we're still using Teslas, which is why we still need armor. Yeah, we'll keep doing armor. Plus, we'll need it for our dailies anyways, so we won't even need to switch outs. Which we'll go do after we finish out Tower of Doom. Okay, so let's go scout out this floor. So let me double check one last time. Nope, we do not have any scouting, so I'll go notify the guild I'll be scouting. I'll scout floor 14. Just so no one else goes and does it. And let's go scout out floor 14. And let's also switch to Jar of Eyes. now that we need more than double cast. And we'll still do it with Slayer. Actually, I don't know. Do we still keep doing Slayer? I guess we do. I want that free XP. Give me that free XP. It's obviously not as efficient with Slayer compared to like Titan or whatever else, but I need that EXP, so we'll do it with Slayer. It's not that much slower. Especially if we get a good first cast on this thing, it's not even going to be slower at all. Because then we do this right into that, get a blue storm, ideally get extra turn, boom, dead. Let's see, we'll take that for now. Get another jar. Take the other bit of mana. That'll have enchant for full mana, so let's move that over. Take the blue, full mana. Go through our Tesla 1, Tesla 2, jar of eyes, go from there. Oh no, that's a problem, getting webbed. Yeah, actually makes jar of eyes as well as the other one pretty bad. So we'll take this because we can convert that over. And that'll be our win condition then. And as match, plus we still had to follow up. Oh, I should have grabbed it! No! I should have grabbed it. I thought we'd just be fine, but nope, he gets a revive. What a fail. Should have grabbed the 5 times. Oh well. There we go. Yep, no problem for the code, everyone. Enjoy. Okay, the unlock is on 2. So let's make sure we keep track of all these. So we got 14. So it's 14-2 so far. Okay, let's go do 3, then 4, then 5. Since we got to do every room. Hey, Valraven. Oh, what if all of the sigils to scout out 2 floors? We might. Do we have a drop there? No, we do not. So, do we have convert? We also do not. Is it worth it, though? Probably not. Let's go for it. So, we do that. Get a nice convert off of that. Grab the last bit of our manas. Do I have a drop for it? No, we do not. Yeah, we'll take right over there. And then we get double Tesla. But yeah, on the Bug Fables thing, we will probably be doing the final Bug Fables stream tomorrow. We'll do like all the side stuff that I haven't done, as well as obviously finishing out the final chapter of the game. Right in time for Paper Mario to actually release, which is actually what Bug Fables is based off of, specifically the first 2 Paper Marios. Though this next upcoming Paper Mario doesn't look as interesting. I'm not sure if I'm even going to be getting it. I likely won't be. At least not initially, until I see how it actually plays out. But I'm probably just not going to get it at all. Bug Fables kind of already filled that Paper Mario need. So now I don't need the actual Paper Mario. Plus it's like twice as expensive anyways. Paper Mario, that is. Let's see. Okay, let's just kill it out with Tesla. Okay, that's an armor, so that's useless. So we don't need to report back on that one. Let's get a big convert over there. Or not. Let's see, we'll stick some blue, I guess. Grab our convert for there. I'll take a little bit of mana. So we can double Tesla and then ideally have a follow-up. Ooh, big cascade there. We don't have a drop forward either, so we'll just explode it all. Hopefully get lucky from the cascade. Doesn't look like we get too much out of it, though. I just have to go for it again. Getting really unlucky with those cascades, which is bad because we actually get negative mana in that case. Since we're having to use some to get some, and then it ends up blocking on blue. Gosh, stop reviving. Maybe we do just go Mountain Crusher. Let's see. If nothing else, it's tankier for using Titan. I think the biggest issue, though, is this, though, or not using Titan. So maybe we'll switch over to it. Titan is very, very useful. Well, at that point, if we're switching to Titan, we might as well... Yeah, we'll switch to Titan. Though that only killed us because he has triple damage. And still, Titan is super safe. That's why I initially had the team shown with it, and it still would for the video. I just wanted to farm some free XP. I think we're getting to the point where we should probably stop. Life scrolls, that's useless. So, you know what? Let's go switch over to Titan, and since we're switching over to Titan, let's switch back to Mountain. Let's go to Mountain. Let's switch to Titan. And I'll leave probably this one as the one that we show for the video, too. Just because it's a lot safer, especially if you're going deeper. Okay, do we have alignment? No. Yeah, no. So we'll stick some brown so we have Mountain Crusher immediately. We then throw a Mountain Crusher. That gives us a bunch of manas. We then throw a Tesla one. Actually, no. I'm going to wait and hope he doesn't ruin it, and then we take it. And then that gives us both, and then we win. And then that's match. Strategy. Okay, what do we get for this room? Anything good? Nope. Okay, it's just that. Yep, and it's just 14-2. Nothing special. We scouted every floor and it was all useless. And unless we get Valraven here, I don't have enough sigils to do next floor. But we could try and hope we get a Valraven all one. So we're kind of gambling it. So I'm probably not going to scout the next floor. We scouted one. We'll go for that for now. We'll wait on the other thing. And then this match. One more will do it. And there we go. And that's the whole floor. Every single last room. Yep, it was the only viable room. And yeah, we won't have enough to do this floor unless we use a fireball or something. But we'll save it. If I had one more sigil, I'd probably go for it because the chance that we'd find another one would be worth it. But with only two, it's not going to be enough to do the floor. Well, we scouted out one. And it was only the one room, even though we scouted out every room. That's always annoying. It's like you scout out every single room. It's like, nope, still just the one. You unlock on the very first one, yet all the other rooms are still bad. But you got to do it because one person doing that makes it so the rest of your guild gets the better drops. Anyways, now that that's out the way, let's go kill out an adventure board. And definitely don't forget to do this today if you don't necessarily do it every day, though I would advise doing every day. It's good class XP. But definitely make sure to do so because the actually, what do you want to do? Go to? Let's do Oracle. But we got an Imperial today and 6 green deeds, so definitely don't forget to pick it up. What is the first troop? Jar of Eyes or Mountain Crusher? But yeah, the brown one was Mountain Crusher and the green-blue one was Jar of Eyes. Either or would work there. It's definitely a lot safer to use Mountain Crusher with Titan because you get barrier spam that way. That's the one I'll be showing for the video. It's also more obtainable that way because a lot of people might not have Jar of Eyes. It's an old event weapon, so if you currently don't have Jar of Eyes, you can't get it right now. Whereas Mountain Crusher everyone can get. You get it at like 30-something Brown Mastery, which pretty much everyone above like 150 level or so already has laying around. The only hard component is having a Tesla or 2. But I would need to go show a cheaper team then. I just keep forgetting that some people might not have some legends. So we will go show a cheaper team for it then. Which is pretty much just going to be a Mang-focused team then. And then we'll show the video. I already have everything set up to record. I just need to go get that one team then. And then we'll go do it. We'll take that. We'll take that. Oh yeah, what's tomorrow's weapon, by the way? I might need to go double check. I forget which one Sunken Fleet ends up getting. I don't think it was anything relevant. Last I recall, Sunken Fleet has a horrible weapon. It's not like a Jar of Eyes or Life and Death level weapon. It's one of those that you would never use. We take care. We'll go for that for now. Also, was Salty streaming tonight? Because she's streaming in 30 minutes if she is. Or has it been canceled again? I'm trying to think of what she would go over if she streamed tonight. What's coming next Friday? I actually forget. Because this weekend is Vault weekend. So she can't show anything with that. I'm not sure if she would bother showing what's coming the following week already. Though sometimes she does that early. Last Harbor, last I recall, was not useful. We'll go double check. I don't recall it being useful. I actually completely forgot what it even does. But whatever it does, I'm pretty sure it wasn't useful. Last I recall. Where'd it go? Damage to the first enemy boosted by Doom Skulls at 3. If the enemy is elemental, deal double, then knock them to last position. Yeah, it's horrible. Even if you're up against elementals, you wouldn't even use this weapon. You would never use it. So yeah, you can just ignore that weapon. Unless you just really want it for completionist purposes. She's doing the Fight Club on the beta version. That's funny. Maybe we should go set up a team for her then. Is she actually showing the beta? That's kind of weird. She might leak stuff then. It would be very easy to accidentally leak stuff if she was playing on the beta version. I might need to go re-download the beta version then. I hate that you have to like re-download it every single time and switch it over and re-link your account. It's an annoying process. You have to wait for the download file and everything. That's why I normally do most of the testing all at once, rather than having to switch back and forth. Because I always have to make sure I'm using the normal version when I'm streaming. That's how you're not dead. Yeah, come on, how are you not dead? Oh gosh. We're gonna take another skull and he's gonna agile it. Here. There's no way you don't die to that. Yes, if she leaks anything, I could talk about it. So keep your eyes peeled. Because whatever she leaks, I can say. So if she's playing on the beta, we need to be looking at everything. There's a few things you'll notice like that are really, really evident, but unless she accidentally clicks on it, we probably won't get too much info. Because some of it shows on the title screen. So the second you see it, you'll know, oh, that's something that's not there now. And you know, when I say title screen, I mean like the main map screen. Let's see. We'll get, take that for now. And it's dead. There we go. Is that all dailies? I believe that was all dailies. Let's go get a level for this thing. Oh, wait, never mind. We still got the other one. And then it's all dailies. Okay, we're gonna need a double Tesla for this. I mean, not Tesla, I mean Rowan. So used to using Tesla as we just were. Oh, oops, we're frozen on everything. That includes red. Ooh, that's a lot of mana. Give me that. It's full mana. Let's match if he doesn't hit us. Good. There we go. Okay, that's that. Okay, next order of business. Let's go level Oracle some, I guess. This is a pretty useless hero class, but we still need to go get XP on it. So of course, our PvP rating is still low. I'm gonna make sure all of this week I don't end up getting any. This is more effective later in the week, because a lot of people might not have done of their battles yet. However, we can still do it, even on Monday. Am I going to do my delves? I generally don't do my daily delves. I might eventually start doing them again. But as it currently stands, I actually don't run my daily delves. And this is mostly because the main reward that you would get from daily delves is Chaos Shards. And I don't really need more Chaos Shards. It's almost kind of like pets in a way. Where, yes, we could be doing them whenever they show up. But unless it's specifically a pet I need, I don't generally go for them anymore. And the same kind of applies to delves. Unless I ever like really get low on Chaos Shards, I'm probably not going to be doing my daily delves for the most part. At what point is it not worth getting to max PvP ranking? Well, you can always do it on Sunday after you've kind of completed out everything. I generally don't, but I probably should be. Like on Sunday, finishing it out for those extra little bit of resources. Because it's still a good handful of resources. But theoretically, almost every point in the game, you would technically not do PvP until like the weekend. Like almost as late as possible. You get a little bit more glory per day doing it earlier. However, glory is so much easier to obtain relative to when that mechanic was added that you might as well just wait till the weekend if you're going to be doing like this method that we're doing right here, where you're doing the casual PvP quick kills. Because the second you start getting higher PvP rating, this method gets substantially worse that we're doing right now. It requires you to have pretty much the lowest possible PvP rating you can. And the higher it goes, the less effective this is. You can still do this at any PvP rating, but the higher it is, the more times you'll have to repick, which makes it a lot less efficient. Don't you get daily resources? What do you mean? There's a lot of daily resources within the game. If you mean from PvP rating, yes. You get a small amount of glory per day for having a higher PvP rating. However, the difference from the rating I'm currently at compared to max rating, I believe, is only 14. Oops, I should have taken that battle. But it's only a difference of about 14 glory per day. And that's not really that much. 14 glory can be earned within about like a minute or two. So getting that per day isn't really that much extra. Yes, you do get reward tiers up to 1.9k. However, you could just do it on Saturday or Sunday. You could just do it all the way at the end of the week. The specific time that you do it does not determine how much loot you get from completing up to 1.9k. So you could just wait till later in the week. The only thing it would affect is that small amount of daily glory I mentioned, which would only be a difference of about 14 glory per day. But you could just take all the rewards on Sunday. And then by doing that, you still get all the rewards, like 46 glory keys, the glory, a little bit of gold, souls, all that stuff that it gives. The main reward that it gives is the 46 glory keys. That's the most useful reward that you get from getting 1.9k PvP. However, you can wait till the end of the week to do it. It still gives you the exact same loot if you wait it out compared to doing it immediately. And 46 glory keys does have the value of about, of what, 45 gems or so? Because they're worth about 1 gem each, every glory key. It doesn't mean they're going to give you 1 gem when you open them, but relative to, like, the key opening economy, a glory key is worth about 1 gem. Technically, 10 keys is worth 9 gems. So each one is kind of worth a gem, a little bit less than a gem. But they're pretty much a gem. But yeah, the overall gem value, I believe, is like 65 for getting 1.9k PvP. Which is technically more value than the doing the class event on Thursday. Not if you count the class XP if you actually need it. But if you don't need the class XP, you actually get more value from doing 1.9k PvP than you do from doing the Tuesday class event. I mean, the Thursday class event, I mean. Hey, you just got 3 gold keys from the ad. I haven't clicked that ad button in like a month. I think I've clicked it 5 times total. And every time I clicked it, it just gotten more disappointing. I started with like one of the better drops and then just kept getting worse and worse. And I think my last 2 or 3 have all been 100 gold. Seems pointless to click on it. If it gave about 10 gem value per ad, I'd probably do it. But right now its value is substantially lower than that for the ads that they have in game for the mobile version. Because at that amount, it'd basically make it like a tribute that just takes slightly more time. If they made it closer to an average of 10 gem value. The best reward you ever got from it was 100 shards, which is basically the equivalent of 1 diamond. Come on, where are all those easy battles at? This is the only problem with doing this on a Monday. Not enough people have gotten high ratings. Like you saw at the end of last week, we were at like 60,000 something. However, right now we're probably at like 20,000 something. Just because it's still very early in the week. Like, let me go check. Like you saw by the end of last week, we were 60,000 something. But right now we are 15,203. So we gotta wait till more people move up until this becomes more viable. And not enough people have done their thing yet to make it viable. But by about Wednesday, Thursday, definitely by the weekend, this method becomes a lot better. Which is good, because that's when Vault Event is. And who knows, maybe we'll do this method rather than Quick Explore. I'll probably stick with Quick Explore, we'll see. Quick Explore would give us more gnomes, but it would give us slightly less XP. Oh, sorry, Chad, what was your question? I might have missed it. Let's see. What was your question? I didn't see a question from you. You asked Andre how she was. Troop converts brown to red with summer. Smash the like. When did he ask a question? Maybe it just didn't show up on my side. Oh, you got the Dragon Soul today. However, don't have Ferris Ra. What soul team can you put together? As you don't, do need some souls. Dragon Soul with double Azarus, followed by Wolf. You can use any Necromancer troop if you don't have Azarus, but the reason for Azarus is it has +1 purple while also having 50% Necromancy, which makes it the best Necromancy troop in the game, at least for a team like that. But yeah, it's Dragon Soul double Azarus Wolf, or Dragon Soul double Azarus any hero class with Purple Storm. Either of those two would work. And that's the best you'd be able to do without a Ferris Raw. Unless you could have enough damage to do the Flacracy build. But for that, you need to make sure your Sacrificial Priest has enough damage to one-shot Explore 1. You would also need your Phylacracy to have enough magic to gain about max capacity with one cast. You got Dragon Soul. Oh, never mind. I already answered that. If anyone has any other questions, let me know. I'll make sure to get around to them. Oh yeah, you can always use Child of Summer. I didn't think about that because Child of Summer did add a storm and power that can feed right into it. I never actually did test that specific team with Child of Summer. You're right that might actually be quicker than a storm off the other thing, because you already have it baked into the troop. The only problem with that is starting border alignment would kind of determine how that goes. But if you had good starting border alignment, it would definitely be quicker. I'm just not sure if over the course of an hour if it would be. Might have the Elspeth problem. We can get a really quick kill, but its average win rate might be slower. Okay, I never have actually extensively tested Dragon Soul with Summer, since Summer has come into the game. Mostly because soul farming has been pretty dead lately, because there's been almost nothing to need a soul farm for. Well, then if you're starting the game, of course. But you know, for like end game players, it hasn't been like a need to soul farm for a very long time. How good would tanking your PvP rating to start the season be to get good matches in casual? I forget if it undoes your rating or not. I forget if you can actually fall in rating. I know you can fall in rating as far as the score number, but I forget if you can fall in rating as far as the bracket thingy that it puts you in. Though the amount of time it would require for you to tank it might not be worth it. But if nothing else, it would make your win rate really low for a while. And one other thing that determines the kind of battles you get is your win rate. And if it's very low, it would give you better or easier opponents as well, because that's one of the factors that gets in. However, obviously we have an absurdly high win rate, so mine for that's pretty high. But yeah, I guess it would help in that regard. But the main thing that's actually important to be low, while they both have impact, where'd it go? This is actually the most important thing to be low, the tier that you're in. And I forget if you get to a certain tier, if it's actually possible to go back on the tier. I can't remember. But this number is actually more important than that number, oddly enough. But they are both important. I forget if this actually moves down with it or not. I actually do not remember. I guess we could see. I can go deliberately lose a battle real quick. All of these will minus this by 10. So that'll bring us under. So let me see. I'm going to go and deliberately lose a battle. So let's go into this battle and then immediately retreat. And this will tank us below. Okay, it does move the tier down. Yeah, so you could just deliberately tank your thing and it would work. Because now we're tier 15. Give us those weak opponents. So now we're in the category of people who've actually lost a battle. This is the very first thing in PvP. Well, so far so good. We got 2 easy battles in a row. Can we get more? Yeah, seems about the same or slightly better. But yes, you can tank your rating if you really wanted to. So for example, if you wanted to immediately go to 1.9k and then tank your rating. I don't think that's as efficient as just getting 1.9k later in the week. But yes, you theoretically could do that. Like get 1.9k earlier in the week, then you want to farm for the weekend, you can go and tank it, your rating. So you can then do better finds for the battles. See you, Tesco. Have a good night. Catch you later. Yeah, we'll probably be wrapping up soon as well. How good? Oh, no, better answer that. If you lose matches or people win against you, defense team, you can go down in PvP rating. Yes, people winning against you in PvP would also change the number up or down. That's one of the reasons my rating's normally at like 600 or so, because we have so many stats or so much stats. Even our bad defend teams will sometimes win against people, just because we have such high stats. What's the team code for this team? Sure, I can go copy paste it real quick. Let's just open up a browser for it. That by default don't have one on, so it doesn't lag the stream any. Let's see, let's go to Gems of War. Actually, never mind, I could just go directly to my channel from here. Here we go, good. I hate that they don't have that on every page. You would think like YouTube would have a way to get to your channel on every page, but it doesn't. Especially on the back end. Which seems even weirder. Let's go leave a like on the stream. Let's go and copy paste the team. Oh, it'd help if I had it on copy paste. Whoops, let me go get it. Let's see, here's the team I'm using right now. This is the Rowan team. Let's see, I'll just call it Rowan. There we go. There's the team. That's the team we're currently using right now for the event right now. Or not the event, but for quick kill on this PvP. Same applies for Explore. This is also what I'll be using this weekend for when we do the Gnome event. Also, Mirage Queen is available from Sunken Fleets. Not that it's any easier to get. You can always get it at any point. But we have a Sunken Fleet event tomorrow. And yeah, definitely highly advised to go open some. Because the best thing from Sunken Fleets is Mirage Queen. And it's one of the better troops in the game. Potentially even top 10. Mostly because it's the best 50% mana start in the game at Elemental. Elemental 50% mana start has a lot of purposes right now. One of them is because of Rowan. But the other big reason is there's a lot of really good Elemental mythics that have been added to the game in recent months. That has been increasingly making it better and better. So, oh gosh, what's with all these bad battles? There we go. But, yeah, it's a really good troop, Mirage Queen, with its final trait. There's also one of the better curses in the game, having a 4x curse, while also having skull spam. It's overall just really good. Even has some score reduction on top of it. It's mostly used for its 50% bonus, though, of course, to elementals. 50% mana start. Assuming weapon and class aren't as important. No, the hero class and weapon means nothing. You can literally use any hero class and you can use any weapon as long as it doesn't block Rowan's mana. But yes, weapon and hero class mean nothing on this team. Have essentially no impact on nearly every battle. The only thing you could do for your hero to make it slightly better is either use one that you need EXP towards, would be the most ideal thing to do. However, the alternative, if you already have every hero class maxed, but you still want to use this team for like farming gnomes, is use one that has a 10% extra EXP gain, so you gain more class EXP, or hero EXP, I mean. Or use one that gains 1 soul per turn, so that you get a few more souls per battle. So you'd want to use one of those two if you have every hero class in the game maxed. Otherwise, you probably just want to use a hero class that you want to get leveling towards, which is what we're doing right now. What are the benefits of doing PvP, just casual? You can get extremely good quick kills. The most common reason is probably for class EXP and for finding pet gnomes. What we're doing right now, while it's also the best class EXP in the game, is also the best rate of finding pet gnomes. So it'll help you find pet gnomes for your guild, which will trigger pet battles, which will last for an hour so you can get more pets in. It's not guaranteed that you'll find one every hour, of course, but this is the quickest rate that you can do for finding it, if you're looking to get more for your guild. You would need at least a couple people in your guild constantly doing this to have one every hour, though. Because it's definitely possible to not find a pet gnome within an hour with this method. But it does have the highest chance of finding one relative to any other method. Because pet gnomes only appear in PvP and arena. It's a lot easier to quick kill PvP than it is to quick kill arena. Mostly because you don't have traits in arena. And the team that you get is slightly random. Whereas obviously for PvP you can determine exactly what your team is. It might actually be better to be at tier 14 than it is at tier 15, oddly enough. Because tier 15 means that they actually played enough to go and lose a battle. And then in losing that battle, it's putting a lot of higher level players in it, oddly enough. At least currently. The biggest issue with this method is the earlier in the week, the worse it generally is anyways. This method works a lot better by Wednesday or Thursday or so. Once everyone has played a little bit. Because as you can see, we were only at like rank 15,000. And right now, I'm pretty sure we're only at rank like 18,000, even though we moved down some. And by the end of last week, we're at rank 65,000 at an even higher rating. So the biggest issue is a lot of people haven't initialized because it doesn't track a person unless they've done at least a battle. So the biggest issue here is a lot of people haven't done their first battle of the week. Because this number, we had 600 something here, like 650 last week on Sunday, and we were ranked like 65,000. And right now we have lower than that, but we're only ranked 15,000. Because people haven't done their battles yet. So, as more people do it, the easier we'll find easy battles. Ones that are weak. For the Doom event, will Phoenicia be good all the way to floor 25? No. Phoenicia fell off for me at floor 8. So depending on your stats, you probably can only get to about floor 6 to 10. Depending on what your stats are. Maybe 6 to 9 because I have almost max stats. The only main difference would be if you had more powers from your guild. But, yeah, it falls off around 6 to 9, I would say. And then you have to switch to Tesla or Catcher's the Bowl or some kind of Mang Scroll spam. You'd have to switch to something else by that point. I'll likely be switching to Ketris's a little bit later as well. Currently using Teslas. But we will be switching to Ketris soon. Probably once we reach like 20 or so. Maybe even by 18. Who knows, maybe even into tomorrow. What do you use as a replacement for what? For Phoenicia? You'd have to build it into a different team. I guess you theoretically could replace her with Tesla, but you'd have to build a team around Tesla. Because the Phoenicia team was not built to work with Tesla. Tesla upscales much better because of its armor boost ratio. Which also works on the enemy stats, which is why it upscales. Which is better, because that's the biggest issue with Phoenicia. While she's really good for the kill range that she can do, she does not upscale, which is problematic when doing higher battles. So she eventually falls off, like how Rowan eventually falls off. Which is the better legendary to level up, being one that could be used often. Can you recommend one or two? Yagwe. Yagwe and Queen of Tanya. Not only can they be used together, but they can also independently on their own be used. They both have really, really high spell damage casts. Actually, some of the highest in the entire game. Even more than most mythics, especially in combination. Actually, barrier's annoying. I should probably stop taking this battle. Because that delays it so much when he has that barrier. But yeah, Yagwe and Queen of Tanya are really great damage sources. There's not too many insanely good damage sources that aren't mythics. But Yagwe Queen of Tanya are definitely pretty high up there. Queen of Tanya still has the best Fairy Fire in the game, while also having one of the better full AoEs in the game. Not as good as Phoenicia, but still pretty high up there. And there's nothing else that has it for extra turn, whereas Phoenicia can't even extra turn on it. And Yagwe has a really, really potent double hit that if you get lucky alignment can pretty much double kill for free very quickly. But Yagwe is probably like the very first kind of damage source I would invest into. And you can use it throughout the entire game for PvP-like instances. It doesn't upscale, so you can't use it for delves or other game modes. Like, you wouldn't be able to use it for Tower of Doom right now. You might have noticed, even though it's Red Tower of Doom, I haven't mentioned him a single time. It's mostly because he's not really good, nor is Queen Titania for upscaling. But they're really, really good for PvP, as well as for Guild Wars. They can still be used at the lower range of the event, but similar to Phoenicia, they'd fall off around 10 or so, or earlier. Gosh, why is everyone running barrier all of a sudden? How about Earth's Fury to triple Gargoyle? It would be okay. Obviously, once the enchants break, it's not going to be as good, but yeah, you can get away with that. Assuming you have Earth's Fury. Though you could use Mang otherwise. The only problem with that is you're going to have a really big mana issue after you get all their enchanted hits off. But at that point, you might as well just be taking skulls anyways. Gosh, Submerge. That's with all the annoying perks. Stop countering us. Oh, that wasn't even enough damage, really? Okay. And, oh no, it regained Submerge. No. Have to go for the skull then. Oh, so hello, Frank. Welcome. Without a Cedric, is Key Team worth doing? No. Key Team cannot really effectively be used without Cedric. Cedric kind of is a required troop for it. However, Vault event is this weekend. So if you just wait another 4 days, you can farm out the Vault event and hopefully get some Vault keys. And those Vault keys have a good chance of giving you Cedric. That's how you obtain a Cedric copy. But yeah, I would just farm up the Vault event this weekend and just hope you end up getting it. Because Scout and Key Team can't really be used if you don't own any Cedrics. It's fine if you only own one Cedric. Because there's plenty of teams that can be done with Key with only one. But doing it with 0 is generally not worth it. You would never need more than 2. Key teams only end up using 1 or 2 Cedrics, depending on what you're using it for. If you're doing Explore 12, you kind of need 2. But if you're just doing like pet battles or PvP or something, you can normally get away with only 1 Cedric. You may even notice that most of the times I use Cedric team, it's actually only with 1 Cedric as well. Even though I own like near infinite Cedrics. I think we have like 17 spare copies or something. But the reason for only using 1 is you can actually quick mana cast, because you can get your gold immediately, and then go from there. So you can either use the Leprechaun method or you can use the Greed method. I normally do Greed method because later in the game you get max gold for 1 Greed cast, which works really good for getting things rolling. So that your first Egg Thief gives a full board clear, rather than having to cast it a few times to get to that point. Anyways, any other questions, anyone? Otherwise, I'll probably call it a night after this next battle then. So let me know if anyone has anything else. And we'll have the video up soon, TM. And yeah, tomorrow night we'll be doing Sunken Fleet and going a little bit further in Tower of Doom. And see how all that goes. But yeah, Red Tower of Doom, not the easiest of the Tower of Dooms, but it's definitely manageable. It's not the worst, I don't think. Actually, what is the worst color for Tower of Doom? I think it might be blue, but then again, you can still do Tesla build for blue. Oh, never mind. And you also have Rowan for blue. I'm actually not sure what the hardest color is for Tower of Doom. Who knows? Maybe it actually is red, now that I think about it. Though red has skull spam options with Mang, so you'd kind of be okay in that regard. And of course, you have Tesla if you can use Tesla. And you also have Catches the Bull build, which makes for a really, really nice build, which I haven't actually showed yet for this week. But, well, we showed the team, but I didn't actually use it yet. I'll probably start using it tomorrow. Definitely by Wednesday. Alright, I'll make this the last one then. And as far as metal up troops, would you recommend Yagwe or Queen Titania? I personally did Yagwe first. However, that was because he was still viable for Bounty Hunter. Queen Titania technically gains better value. But it depends if you feel like you're using one more than the other. But, yeah, I personally went for Yagwe first. But Queen Titania, as far as numerically, does gain more of a benefit from being upgraded than Yagwe does. Because she gains a substantial amount more damage. Whereas Yagwe doesn't gain nearly as much, but does gain slightly higher durability. So it kind of depends which one you value more, if you're building a team with both. But, I don't know, I went for Yagwe first, but Queen Titania is definitely perfectly fine to do first. Before the Yagwe. I'm still not sure what my third one will be. Because right now, Queen of Tanya, at least at this current moment, might still be my third one, or my second one that I go for. But I still haven't really dedicated yet to a second metaled up Legends. But yeah, we still haven't put anything into Queen of Tanya. I might wait until some other kind of legend becomes really meta. While Queen of Tanya hasn't really been falling off the meta, she has been... the more stuff that we get that makes Skull Spam better, the less effective Queen of Tanya will probably be. Also, once we get a better Fairy Fire option in her, Queen of Tanya is going to go down a lot in value. Right now, one of the reasons why she's so good is because she's such a good Fairy Fire option. But there can obviously be a better one, like a Mythic that eventually exists with 4 times Fairy Fire. And once that comes out, assuming that it's decent, Queen of Tanya might become irrelevant at that point. Kind of like how Queen Mab at this point has almost become irrelevant. Because she's basically the Queen Mab of Fairy Fire. And there's a good chance that a Mythic will eventually come out that will make Queen of Tanya completely useless. Or at least useless in the sense that it's no longer viable anymore. Like Queen Mab's never used for her freeze anymore. Which is kind of sad. Queen Mab for the longest time was actually ultra meta. But now is like never used between Frostfire King and Frost Mage Hero class. Between those two options, Queen Mab is pretty much never used anymore. And there's a good chance that will eventually happen to Queen of Tanya. However, she does have a much better damage option that is way better than Queen Mab's though. So she'll still maintain her value to some capacity. But Yagway, regardless, is never really going to become unmeta for the most part. Just because it has a really interesting kind of concept where it could basically, if you get a lucky enough board, get a free double kill. So, I don't know. It kind of just depends. But yeah, I ended up going as Yagway as my first legend I upgraded. He gains some amount of attack, HP, and I think that's it. Maybe armor. I know his attack, HP, and maybe something else. I think magic. But he gains a little bit of those stats. And it has a double hit, which it can get full mana off of if it lands it. So not only does it have a magic steal, not only does it have a life gain off the reds that you get, but also has a potential extra turn so you can double cast. And its double cast in many situations is enough to kill, especially with the slightly extra bit of extra stats. And if you feed it a bunch of extra stats like life or magic to give it more damage. But yeah, he can normally double kill because his extra damage applies immediately. He's one of the few troops that actually applies the damage immediately, unlike a Queen of Tanya. Like, it ends up boosting based on attack while also giving it attack. However, the attack applies after the ratio. What's one interesting thing about Yagway, which is one of the other reasons why he's pretty good, is his steal of 4 magic occurs prior to him calculating his damage. So his amount of damage is actually already 8 higher than whatever it says, which theoretically means 16 higher because he hits 2 enemies. And of course, he gets to keep this magic for every subsequent cast. So by his second cast, he's actually doing 16 additional damage, which is pretty good. And that's 32 total damage, of course, since he's hitting 2 enemies. And that's ideally, hopefully enough, between 2 casts, they end up getting a kill. In the current state of PvP, that is, though, as more stats come into the game, Yagway will eventually not be able to double kill. When that will end up happening, who knows? But there will eventually be a point where Yagway can't really viably double kill, and at that point, he will also kind of fall off a meta. But as it currently stands, he does have enough stats to do so. So we'll just kind of have to wait and see over time. Plus, he has HP boost ratio, so even as HP goes higher, he does technically gain damage, but not at a rate that would actually keep up with HP. He would have to have a 2-to-1 boost ratio to keep up, and I highly doubt they'll actually buff him to 2-to-1. Though who knows, maybe they will. They buffed Rowain from 1 times to 2 times, but that was ages ago. But yeah, I do feel like Yagway, to keep his viability, will eventually have to be a 2-to-1 boost ratio. But knowing that they almost never rebalance stuff, I have a feeling that will almost never happen. So upgrade it at your own risk. But as it currently stands, it's decent. But I'm probably going to be holding on my whoever I've upgraded as my second legend, just because meta might be changing a bit next patch. So we'll have to wait a little bit until after that and kind of see. But anyways, guys, I'm going to be heading out for now. I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful week. Actually, let me double check. Did I miss any other questions? Is there a video on which troops to medal first? Yes, I covered a top 4 troops to medal first video. Let me just go see if I can go find it real quick. All these are actually still relevant, if I'm not mistaken. Might have been 1 or 2 that might be a little bit more relevant right now, but for the most part, this video is still fully relevant. Where's my YouTube thing? Gosh, YouTube, why is your back end so annoying? Why can't you make it uniform everywhere? Okay, let me go find it real quick. Let's see. If I just type in medal, top 4 troops to medal, 4 troops. Let me just type in top 4 troops because I believe that brings it up. Yep, there it is. There's the video. Here you go. Here's the video that goes over what to medal. Still mostly relevant. I don't think there was anything in there. But there you guys go. There's the video that goes over medaling and what you'd prioritize. As far as a quick summary, commons, you can pretty much do whatever. But ideally the things that get summoned off of things, like for example dragon eggs and stuff like that, as well as some of the better commons, such as like the humility, justice, stuff like that. As far as rares, you almost exclusively upgrade bounty hunter rares. However, you can also upgrade ones that are used for utility purposes. For ultra rares, you do almost entirely utility, like apothecary, leprechaun, stuff like that. They don't gain much of a benefit at all from it. However, you use them so much that it's normally worth upgrading them. For epics, you don't really upgrade that many, but Rowan is probably the highest priority. For legend, it really just depends on what you want to build. So I would say Yagway at the current state of the game is the strongest thing as far as legends overall. And mythics, I would just completely hold, because by the time you have enough medals to fully max out a mythic at 100% chance, the meta would have been completely shifted by then. So I would just hold off on ever upgrading mythics, at least in the current state of the game, and then go from there. Yes, I know, I will be covering the best teams video of 2019 and 2020 simultaneously, pretty much, just to kind of do them back to back to kind of just show how teams have progressed. We'll be doing that probably within the next week, maybe even this week. Tomorrow I'll be finishing out Bug Fables. Tonight we'll be getting the video up for the thing, and that will either be up tonight or tomorrow morning, depending how that goes. And then tomorrow we'll finish out Bug Fables, and then yeah, Wednesday and Thursday I don't have anything currently planned, so who knows, maybe we'll get those 2 videos then and try getting them done and go from there. But anyways, guys, I'm gonna be heading out for now. I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful week. I'll catch you guys later. As we always do, we'll be back on this YouTube channel at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow, an hour and a half prior to now tomorrow, as we are every single night. And we'll be messing with Sunken Fleet Delves, as well as going a little bit further into Tower of Doom. And of course, trying to level up these hero classes more. And this weekend, we have a Vault event weekend, so we will be grinding like crazy. And by the end of this Vault event weekend, it is my goal to have every single hero class in the game max. So we'll be aiming for that goal and see how it goes. Anyways, guys, thanks for stopping by. Have a wonderful week, and I will catch all of you guys later. Goodbye, everyone. Thank you all so much for watching.